Hey everyone, welcome to the post-game show. So that was a really interesting game. It was really interesting, in fact. I was quite surprised. I honestly thought that maybe the Terminators and the Dark Angels would have the game, seeing as how amazing they were rolling. They weren't failing many armor saves, and they were just crunching those Paladins into the ground. In the end, Drago himself took on the Paladin. Once Drago was able to kill Belial, and oh, by the way, for those who weren't watching, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it was a Grey Knight victory. And it was almost basically a tabling. The Grey Knights did well. It was just Drago in the end who stood strong. It was the Terminators in one squad who finished off most of their opponents with shooting, and just Drago who was crunching Terminators into the ground with his sword. And that's it. Once Drago was able to kill Belial in that challenge, it was quite easy for him then to inflict wounds on everyone else in the squads with their 5-up invols. He was eating them for breakfast, hitting them on 3s, reroll 1 dice due to Mastercrafted, wounding on 2s, and they only get a 5-up invol against it. He was just eating them. So definitely my MVP was Drago. He won the challenge. He had Slay the Warlord and the Librarian who casted that Vortex of Doom. I love that Vortex of Doom. It is so fun and random and OP, and it's insane. It alone killed the Land Raider because it hit the Land Raider, went back, and then went right back onto the Land Raider and killed it. So that was pretty cool. What else was good? Yeah, as predicted, the Terminators did a very good job against the Paladins. They crunched them into the ground really easily, too. They not many failed 2-up armor saves, then they hit back with their fists. At basically Initiative 1, armies were just wiping each other off the board because that's when the hammers would go and that's when all the fists would go, and they would just be like crunch, and both sides would just lose all their guys. In fact, there was that one combat that was really exciting to see in which the Terminators killed the Paladins, and the Paladins killed the Terminators at the exact same time. So both squads just went up in smoke. It was really cool. It would have been slightly different if the Dark Angels were able to go first, because then maybe they could have gotten the Relic, and then the Grey Knights would just move in accordingly. It was very interesting. The shooting was pretty big for the Grey Knight side, because a rending shot on a Terminator is much more important than a rending shot on a Paladin that has a 5-up invul and feel no pain and 2 wounds. That's basically it. Just try to deny all the attacks. Anything I would have done differently, obviously I did the tactics on both sides, so it was pretty much in your face. It was a very quick game, as I mentioned, because turn 1 the gap was instantly closed. Both armies closed the gap quickly with their deep strikes and forced that conflict. Drago grabbed the Relic turn 1 and just wouldn't let go, and that's what forced the conflict, because then they had to kill Drago. And Dark Angels are only good from about a 24-inch range max. They're really good in close combat with their power fists and their good armor. And Paladins aren't very good at shooting. They only have a 24-inch range and the same pretty much guns as the Dark Angels do, and they're really good in close combat too. But they can't go through the armor. So I was very curious to see how many would survive. It was what I predicted. The amount of Paladins just got destroyed in the game. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a Paladin alive at the end of the game. It was just a squad of Terminators and Drago and the Land Raider. The other Land Raider got eaten by the Vortex of Doom, which was kind of cool. I was kind of hoping the Vortex of Doom would come back on the combat and somehow just cause havoc and stuff. It'd be really cool. But that was it. So it was a really good game. I really hope you enjoyed this J vs. J battle report. And leave a comment in the comment section down below of what you thought. I thought it was pretty fun. It was a Grey Knight victory in the end, but just could have been a Dark Angels victory as well. They just need to roll a little better. And Initiative 1 was always fun in this close combat. So stay tuned for more battle reports, and I promise I will definitely have opponents. Now, if you are going to be in the Peterborough area and you want to play a game against me, contact me at j@jadedproductions.com, and I would love to have a game against you. And stay tuned for more games. Till next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting, everyone.